Hello everyone and welcome back to Make Me Unusual. You're gonna have to excuse me. I have been up all night. This eyelash is sticking me in the eye. I am tired. I am losing my voice. But I want to record this video so I can edit it to go up as soon as possible. So if you are new here, thank you for joining us today. My name is Janae, and if you are not new here, welcome back. How you doing? So today we're going to be going over my 2021 beauty favorites. So basically, this is not a new concept. This happens every year on YouTube. I personally took my categories from Sephora's categories, like makeup categories. All of the favorites we will be talking about today up related. I've also done a fragrance video. I may do some other ones, but mainly this one is going to be sorry, as of now I have the makeup one, which we are going to be doing today, and the fragrance one I have already recorded. So if you're interested in seeing my 2021 beauty favorites, then let's get into it.
So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say.
So basically I went on Sephora, and just based on like their sale categories, like foundation, concealer, blah, 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 I just wrote all of those down, and then those are the categories we're going to be going through today. I don't want this video to be too long. I am also losing voice and energy, and this is the last video that I need to, or the last video I plan on recording tonight, because today, this morning, it's now morning. It's been all night. This is the last video I plan on recording because I am slowly slipping into madness. So I have my box here of all of my, oh god, I have my box here of all of my favorites. So first thing we're going to start with, I really tried to keep it to one thing per category. There are a few that I had to go over one thing, but I tried my best to keep them to one thing per category. So for foundation, I have the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. Now, I have changed the type of foundation that I like to use, so I've switched from matte to more natural foundations, natural finish foundation. So I actually did just declutter, I think 5 or 6 foundations. The Reboot foundation is a hydrating foundation actually, so it's supposed to brighten, smooth, firm, hydrate, and even out the skin tone. I really like this foundation. I love the finish on it. It's very skin-like. I love it in photos and flash photography. It looks amazing. Well, in all photography, it looks amazing. It looks great on camera. It looks great in person. It's just quite the flawless foundation. This color match is great on me. So this has been my go-to foundation for photography and for like going out. Now, to be honest, because of the current situations in the world, I haven't been wearing makeup aside from filming and online very often, but when I do, it is this foundation. When I am not, well, it's for less serious situations, or if I'm just recording a video, I've been using the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. I really like that foundation. It is great for the price as well as just a great foundation overall, but in terms of foundations that my favorite foundation from this year, it would be the Reboot foundation. Next category we have is concealer. Now I'm still on the hunt for a concealer that has minimal creasing, minimal transfer. Right now I'm dealing with the Hourglass Concealer. I have liked this so far this year. It has lasted me a year and a half. This is the same tube that I bought last year. It a little goes a long way. There's actually quite a lot of product in this tube. It is really nice. I love the doe foot. The color is a little too yellow for me, but that is my own fault. I have been working with it just by using a more neutral toned powder to set it. But otherwise, it looks great under the skin. It looks great under the eyes. It highlights well. I love the consistency of it. It does crease a bit, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. My biggest issue with this is the color. So I do like it. It is a little pricey. I am still not 100% content. So I'm still on the market looking for a concealer, but this is a good one. So if you were looking to try it, I would recommend it. Oh, and it is full coverage, but it's very lightweight. The formula is very thin and creamy, so it is full coverage and it's lightweight. I'm going to try to move through these categories fairly quickly because I don't want to be here forever. So we're moving on to primer. Now my favorite just like skin primer is the Milk Hydro Grip. It keeps my makeup on and it helps to hydrate my face, so I really do like that. And for my base method, so the method that I use to do my base, I will post. I have recorded the video on how I do my makeup for when I go out or when I'm doing photography. And the Milk Hydro Grip is a big part of that process, so I will post that video soon. But yes, I like this foundation. It does do what it says it's supposed to do. It does help to adhere the makeup to the face as well as hydrate. But one, I wouldn't call this a foundation, so I put it in this category. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, I think is what it's called. It's a skin booster. It's not a foundation. It's kind of like a skin tint. It comes in like 5 shades, I think. But it's a little bit more on the reddish orange tone, and I love this for like discoloration. So it's like using a color corrector, but it's not a serious color corrector. So I slap this on like under my eyes, the corners of my mouth, the corners of my nose. I put it on my cheekbones and the middle of my forehead just to help brighten things, anything that I want to move forward. I just slap it on with the doe foot, and then I'll put my foundation on and just kind of buff over it. It doesn't need to be like specific placements for this. I just kind of slap it on and then blend my foundation over it, my concealer over it. It helps with the coverage. It helps brighten. It gives an overall just nice effect to the skin, nice glow to the skin. So I really enjoy this. Yeah, so because it's not necessarily a foundation concealer, I kind of just put it in this category as a primer. For setting sprays, I have 2 because they're for 2 different purposes. I have the Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. I use this setting spray to set my powders to help veil my makeup together. This really does do well in melting everything together, making everything look seamless, and assisting with the veil method. Alongside that, I use the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This I actually press into the skin. This helps to increase the longevity of my makeup. It does work very well using the process that I use it with, and that is to press it into the skin, not to just spray it. Again, this is part of my skin routine for my base, and it will be in that video. I will post that so you can see how specifically I use this, because this did take a learning curve. I don't need a lot of it, which is why not a lot has been used, which is great. That, and I haven't really been going anywhere, so I only put this on if I'm leaving the house or if I need my makeup to last for hours. Otherwise, I just use this to set my face alone. So yeah, those are the two setting sprays. That is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray and the Hourglass Veil. I have two setting powders, again, because they do two different things. One is a setting powder, one is a finishing powder. So for the setting powder, this is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder, and this is in the color Banana. I use this all over the face or just throughout my T-zone, depending on how mattifying I want my skin to be, because this is a fairly matte foundation. If I need brightening under my eyes, I will put this under my eyes, but not all the way up to where like my eyes start to crease, because this is too heavy for where my eyes start to crease. I do have an under eye setting powder. It's the Pat McGrath one. I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I would recommend that powder, or if I'm just going to look for something else. So that's why it's not in this video. But in terms of how I use this, this is more for mattifying, or if I want to brighten up certain areas on the skin. I just try to keep it away from my under eye lines. Alright, and then the finishing powder I have is another Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in Dark. Now, this helps blur out any pores, any fine lines. It helps with the veiling method and smoothing things out, so that is what I use this for. Again, and I use this above the, like, that's on top of the rest of my makeup. So again, I will show you how I use this. In place of this, I also use the Sephora Micro Smooth. They are almost identical. This one is better, but if we're looking at cost effectiveness, then the Sephora Micro Smooth I do recommend if you're just, this is outside of your budget. Now, I know nowadays people don't love highlighter. I still wear highlighter, however, not necessarily like a blinding highlighter for my everyday. I only use like blinding highlighter in photography, but just for like my day-to-day, I don't need all of that. So my favorite formula for a natural looking radiance is the MAC Cosmetics Mineralized Skin Finish formula. The color that I use the most is actually a limited edition. It's the Patrick Star Baby It's Gold Outside Holiday Mineralized Skin Finish, and it's huge. I understand you can't get this anymore. It's just like a champagne gold color. So the color itself isn't like, it's not wholly different. Like it's something that you can find in other things. However, the color that I was using before I got that is Gold Deposit, which looks like this. So Gold Deposit is more gold than Baby It's Gold Outside. Baby It's Gold Outside is a little bit more of a champagne color. It's less of an orange. You see that? But both of which I do love. They're the same formula. They're just different colors. So it's the formula that I recommend. if you can get this color or this color, whatever color works for your skin tone, but the mineralized skin finish is what I like to use for that natural highlight. The next category is contour, but I don't contour, I just bronze. So I have two bronze products. One is a cream, one is a powder. So the cream I have is by Say, and it is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer. This is in deep bronze. I love this. I actually got this only a couple months ago, to be honest, and I've already made a bit of a dent in it, but I absolutely love this. Now, this is not in the video that I recorded on how I do my makeup. I actually need to update with the cream products that I now use, but it performed so well that I had to include it in this video, although I've only been using it for the last like 2 months or so. But it's such an easy product to use. It has changed how I do my face makeup. I really like it. It is not patchy, it's easy to go on, it's easy to blend out. The color is perfect for my skin tone, and the brushes that I use with it make it even that much easier. So yeah, that is the cream bronzer that I use. The powder bronzer that I use is the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker bronzer. This one is in Coconutty, and I just pressed that on top of the Say cream bronzer. I've had this for quite some time and I haven't even hit pan yet. I really like this bronzer. I like the color of it. It is smooth, buildable, and I like that about it. So it's hard to actually go too hard with this. It's very easy to control, and especially because now I'm layering it on top of a product, you want to make sure that this is not too impactful on first go, or it'll get really muddy really quick. So I like that this is buildable because then it works well with a cream product. So that's the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalker. Alright, I'm sorry if I'm rushing through this. I'm just trying to get through this before I pass out. So we're pushing right along. We have blush. So I just have a cream blush. This is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blush, specifically in the color Love. This is my perfect blush. I love this. I can do a whole look using just this blush. It is the perfect terracotta color. It layers beautifully over liquid makeup, or it layers beautifully over makeup. It sets well, it lasts long, it's thin, it doesn't feel weird, it's not sticky. I really like this product. I have another color, but this color in this formula is my favorite blush, period. I do set it with a powder blush, just a powder blush that's of similar tone, but this is the all-star blush product. The next category is eye palettes, and aside from like Instagram makeup looks and Halloween looks, I haven't really done all that much eyeshadow. But if I do eyeshadow, I've gravitated to one of a few palettes. So the first one is the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place. This is one of my favorite palettes because it's just all neutral mattes, very rich in color, large pans. The tones are beautiful. I just love this palette. It's an easy type of everyday sort of thing if you don't want, like if you're looking for no muss, no fuss. And I used it heavily during Halloween, so that's a double in terms of how much I've used this. My favorite palette, which still remains to be my favorite palette, is the Pure Soiree Diaries. This is my favorite natural everyday palette. I haven't had anything replace that just yet. It is, it is busted. Busted and dusty. But it is one of my favorite natural everyday neutral palettes. So that is that. Those are mostly what I've been using, but if I do gravitate to anything with color, it's usually the Huda Beauty palettes. So I just have the Ruby Obsessions one here for reference, but any of the Huda Beauty palettes, I've got like 9 of them, 9 of these little ones. I usually gravitate towards these if I'm looking for something different. Funnily enough, for somebody that swears by drugstore mascaras, my favorite mascara this year was Lancome's Monsieur Big. This is the little one. I believe the hype. This really is a good mascara. It really does thicken the lashes. I have fairly long lashes, so I don't need too much length. I only usually use a lengthening mascara if I want a false lash effect without wearing false lashes. So I usually use this and then a lengthening mascara. But if I just want, like, I'm just doing my natural makeup, this is a Balm mascara, and I'm quite upset that I fell in love with it because now I gotta spend the money to buy it all the time. So this is the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara in the color black. We are on to eyeliner. So I have 2 eyeliners. One is a pencil, one is a gel. My favorite pencil eyeliners are the Marc Jacobs Highliners. They are gel liners that twist up, so you don't have to sharpen them. They are quite pricey, so I usually only get them in staple colors. This one is brown, and I have black as well, and those are the 2 colors that I usually get in these. But these are my favorite eyeliners. They are smooth, they're very opaque, they don't tug, and they're easy to blend out, and once they set, they set. So this is the Marc Jacobs Highliner, and then the liquid liner that I use usually for my wings is the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Eye and Body Liquid Liner. Once this goes on, it does not budge. It is hard as crap to get off, but it is super black. It gets really matte, and it's just a beautiful, easy to use formula. It's got a brush applicator, and it is affordable. I have been rocking with the NYX Epic Wear liners for a long time. I usually end up going back to them. I like there are other eyeliners that I do end up liking, but I always come back to this eyeliner. So it says something about its longevity. I would be okay with it not being waterproof because it really is a pain in the ass to get off at the end of the day, but it does work. And I have this in black, brown, and white. The white is not my favorite. The black and the brown I highly recommend. Right, I have fairly full eyebrows. I have had fairly full eyebrows for like my entire life. I don't even get them done. I just pluck stray hairs and then keep the full brow because they kind of just set in this fashion. They grow in this fashion. I keep them fairly natural, or keep them to what their natural state is. So all I use typically in my brows is a brow powder. Sometimes I'll use a pomade, but usually it's just a brow powder. So the brow powder I've been using for years is by the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks, and this is the Convertible Brow Wet Dry Convertible Powder and Pomade Duo. So I can use this wet and it becomes a pomade, but I use it dry. It's broken, that's fine. I really only use this shade here on my brows, and that's about it. That's usually what I use for my brows because they don't need to be filled in much. It's just more for the structure. But this is a cool product because you can use it both ways. It lasts forever. It stays pigmented. It doesn't get hard panned either. So yeah, highly recommend this product. It gives you variety. It's compact. There's a mirror in here. It's a very good product. Single eyeshadows. My favorite single eyeshadow, I like single eyeshadows. My favorite is the Artist Couture Diamond Lights Finishers, the entire range, all of the colors. There's 5 colors total. I have all 5 colors. This one specifically that I have here is in Golden Hour, but these are just beautiful. They have this reflect to them that's just so twinkly and magical and beautiful, and you can pack it on. It'd be very intense and metallic, or you can let it be sparse and flutter about the eye and just be twinkly and magical. Beautiful, 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 beautiful product. Highly recommend. On top of that, Natasha Denona also has top coats. These are a more packed formula, but they're very easy to use single eyeshadows, and you can create a look using this and like a crease shade, and that's it. And the eye just looks wet, multi-dimensional, like you've put in quite a bit of effort when you really didn't. This one that I have here specifically is in the color Peach, and this one I've had for the longest. It has quite a divot in it, but it is a beautiful product. Highly recommend. I love single eyeshadows for when I want to look like I really put effort in my makeup and I really didn't. I just put my contour, I put my bronzer through my crease and then put on any of the top coats. I may do a liner. I may just smudge some dark brown shadow in my lashes. Put on mascara, and that is a full eye look, and it didn't take much. Alright, my favorite false lashes are kind of basic. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood lash. For my eye shape, they just fit perfectly and they don't weigh my eye down, which is why I like them so much. They don't irritate my eyes. This one that I'm holding specifically is in Gorgina because I don't have any more new So Hollywood packs, and the one that I have just doesn't look great. So this is Gorgina, but the Anastasia So Hollywood lashes, tried and true, are my favorite. They are comfortable. They don't weigh my eye down. They work with my eye shape. I have smaller eyes. They close very easily. And I have no problem with So Hollywood, and they give me that almond shape that I'm looking for. So love those. Now we're going on to the lip stuff. So my favorite lipstick, my favorite nude, by the way, is by Uoma, and it's their Badass lipsticks in, what color is this? This is Angela. So this is like my perfect nude color. I love this lipstick. 10 out of 10. The formula is great. It goes on smooth and creamy, but it's like a matte. It's a satin matte finish. But this is my perfect nude color. It's comfortable. It doesn't crack. It doesn't dry out my lips. It lasts all day. It lasts comfortably all day. Yes, it does transfer. It's a standard, it's a traditional lipstick, so it does transfer. But it is good stuff. It is really good stuff. It doesn't just evaporate off of your face, but like if you're eating and stuff, yeah, it's gonna transfer. So That is the Awoma Badass lipsticks. I have difficulty picking a lip gloss because I have the lips category was just hard in general, but for lip gloss I have a lot of lip glosses. So this is the Pout Bomb Plumping lip gloss by Revolution. This is by Revolution. This is the lip gloss that I carry in my purse, and actually I wear all the time because I carry it in my purse. It is a plumping gloss, but it doesn't burn. You get a slight tingly minty sensation, but it's nothing ridiculous. I wouldn't say it really plumps anything, to be honest, but it is a really nice lip gloss. It reminds me of the Fenty Beauty lip glosses, but it's significantly cheaper, and I think you get more product in these. They come in colors, but I bought the clear one just to test it, and I just haven't picked up any other colors since then, but I'm like halfway done this. So that says a lot because I have a lot of lip products. I rarely get through them. And this one is half done. So yeah, if you're looking for good Fenty Beauty gloss bomb dupe, this would be it. So that's the Pout Bomb. And notice it's a clear gloss and it's still clear. I usually use this on just bare lips. So my favorite lipstick, if you couldn't guess, is the Nudestix Magnetic Lip Plush Paints. This one specifically is in Bahama Mama, but I love the formula of these. They're just so comfortable. They don't dry down all the way, but they dry to this like velvet matte consistency. They stick to your lips. They're just so soft and comfortable. They don't crack, they don't get weird, they don't dry out your lips. 100% would recommend, and the colors are so nice. But it's just such a it's a plush, luxurious soft matte nude in a feather light blurring velvet texture that is non-drying and long wearing. An easy to blend multitasker for trendy monochromatic lip, cheeks, and eye color. It is that, and yes, you're supposed to, this is meant for the face and lips. I haven't done a monochromatic look with this yet. I should. Maybe not this color, maybe a different color, but I should do that. But these are really, this is a really nice formula of lipstick. Okay, 4 more categories to go. My favorite lip balm is the Fresh Sugar Hydrating Lip Balm in the tin. I prefer the caramel one over the lychee one, which is this one. I think the caramel one hydrates better, but the lychee one smells better, so yeah. But I had the caramel one first, and I believe the caramel one hydrates better, but you get more bang for your buck getting the tin than you do getting the tube. I don't even put my finger in this. I just put it on my lips to keep my fingers out of it. Yeah, if you're looking for a lip balm at Sephora specifically, then I recommend this one. I have a lot of lip balms that I kind of rotate through, but this one specifically, like these ones specifically, I've gone through the most this year. So the Fresh Sugar Hydrating Lip Balm. The lip liner that I use the most is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in BFF2. This one that I'm holding is actually not BFF2. I can't find it, but I've been using mainly ColourPop Lippy pencils all year for lip liners. They're great lip liners. They're creamy. They come in a variety of color. They stay on. They're easy to apply. They do have to be sharpened, but they're not dry. They don't tug. Very opaque in their colors. Very true to their colors. Just very nice overall lip pencil, but the one that I've been using the most is BFF2. So that is lip pencils. So my favorite brushes this year came in towards the end of the year, and that is the Real Techniques convertible brushes. So they're dirty, I just use them. This is the custom complexion, the custom contour, and the custom blush. The custom contour and the custom blush I use for my liquid products. Well, same as the complexion I use for my liquid foundation, but I use the custom contour for my bronzer and the custom cheek for my blush. I will record a video on to update how I do the cream parts of my face. But yeah, these I highly recommend. They're just so versatile. I will do a video about these brushes just so you can see how I use them, because I think they are really unique. Now, brush cleaners, I have 2 of them for when I want a quick switch or it's not time to deep clean my brushes. I use the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. This quickly cleans your brushes and they're dry immediately so that you can continue to work. So I use this if I'm switching colors or if it's, like I said, not time to deep clean. I also have this in my pro kit for cleaning brushes between clients. But when I need to deep clean my brushes, I use the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap. This has lasted me like 3-4 years, this bottle. I'm just about done it. But this, in some warm water, I dip my brushes into it and then I scrub them, and it gets all of the gunk out. If the brush is particularly caked up, then I just use the soap directly and it gets all of the gunk out. So yeah, highly recommend the Dr. Bronner. Well, I recommend this for just have this in your house, but I recommend this for your brushes. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Mayron's AQ paints. It's probably one of the products that I have used the most this year for all of my paint work, all of my face paint work, especially during Halloween. I have like all of their colors now. I recommend all of their AQ color paints. So that is as a favorite for this year. So I know I sound like I'm dying, but I haven't slept yet and it is 10 in the morning. So leave any of your favorites from this year in the description and I will be sure to check them out. If you do like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.